Hey guys! Because it is the first day of spring, I am going to read one of my favorite spring books, but it's not really a spring book. It's more just about growing things, and I think about growing things in springtime. So the book is called Tops and Bottoms. And one important thing to know about this book is that it talks about vegetables that grow above ground and vegetables that grow below ground. So top and bottom are opposites, and top means above and bottom means below. So we're going to see what types of vegetables grow above ground or on the top, and what type of vegetables grow below ground or on the bottom. This book was written by Janet Stevens. And one of the things I love about this book is that most books go this way, but this book goes from top to bottom, like it's called, or like the title. Tops and Bottoms, adapted and illustrated by Janet Stevens. So Janet Stevens wrote the words and drew the pictures. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all his land to Bear to pay off the debt. I think I know what that story they're referring to is, that he lost a risky bet with tortoise, the tortoise and the hare. Comment down below if you know that story. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. "The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something," Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. That means they thought of something. They're going to think of a plan to try to solve their problem. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. "Hello, Bear. Wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have an idea." Bear opened one eye and grunted. "We can be business partners," Hare said. "All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle." "Yes, sir, Bear. We're in this together. I'll work and you sleep." "Huh?" said Bear. "So what will it be, Bear?" asked Hare. "The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms?" Let's see," Bear said with a yawn. "I'll take the top half, Hare. Right? Tops." Hare smiled. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear's going to take the tops. But he doesn't know what Hare is planting. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. That means they took out the weeds. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the tops, and I get the bottoms." Go. You see Bear? Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. But look at what he got. He got all the vegetables and the radishes and the carrots, and Bear got all the stuff that you don't eat, like the green stuff on top of the carrot. You don't eat the green stuff on top of the carrot. Bear stared at his pile. "But Hare, all the best parts are in your half." You chose the top, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. So lazy. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms, and I get the tops." Wonder what he planted this time. Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the bottoms in his own pile. Oh, so look, he has all the tops, which are all the lettuce and the broccoli and the celery and all the stuff that you actually eat. And Bear has all the roots that were on the bottom. Can't eat the roots. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled, "You plant this field again." "Hare, you tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right, poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep. That's his mistake right there. He shouldn't be going to sleep. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, then watered and weeded some more. Oh, I just noticed Bunny Hare's shirt. He has carrots on his shirt. And Bear has a tie that has bees. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms." Do you think Hare is going to try to trick him again? He's going to try to trick him again. There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear, it's a done deal." So the tops of corns are these little fluffy things that you can't eat, and the bottom of corn is just the roots. And he got everything in the middle, which is the actual corn, the part that you eat. Bear should just stop sleeping, because Hare's gonna keep tricking him. By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and middles." Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. That's probably a smart plan. I wouldn't want to be business partners with Hare. He would probably try to take things and trick me. And that is the end. Look at that. See how the book went? It went like that. It's weird. All right. So now I'm going to ask you some comprehension questions. So my first question is, Where did this story mostly take place? All right, the answer is it mostly took place on a farm in the country. All right, my next question is, Bear was wealthy because he got money from... So why was Bear wealthy? It said it right in the beginning of the story. Bear was wealthy because he got money from his father, who had been a hard worker. Why did the author say that Hare was in bad shape? So it said that the author said that Hare was in bad shape because he had too many mouths to feed and there was no food to eat. Basically, there was no food to eat. It didn't say he had too many mouths to feed, but look at how many mouths they had to feed. There's so many bunnies. But yes, it's because they didn't have enough food to eat. Why do you think Hare wanted to go into business with Bear? Good job. I think it's because Hare wanted to trick Bear, and he knew that he probably could trick Bear, and Bear was lazy and would just sleep, and he could just get whatever he wanted. It seems like Hare is pretty smart and sly, like a fox. So what did Bear do while Hare worked on the garden? What did Bear do while Hare worked on the crops? Good job. Bear rhyme. Bear slept while Hare worked on the crops, and he didn't keep an eye on what Hare was doing. All right, and I have one more question. Sorry, I'm reading my questions off because I want to make sure I get all my questions. Oh, no, I already asked that question. Cool. All right, that's all my questions. Good job, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am so happy that you are working hard during the break. And yeah, I will catch you next time. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure that you are listening to your parents. And have a wonderful first day of spring. Bye, guys. I think I'm going to do some math in a little bit. Yeah, we're going to do some math. Bye. Wash your hands.